Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in some prior videos we took a look at some headphones from the company Padmate. Most specifically we looked at some bone conduction over the ear headphones and then also these PAMU Z1. Now the PAMU Z1 for me became literally everyday carry, and when you say everyday carry, every single day I would use these PAMU Z1 headphones. Absolutely fantastic, but the people at Padmate reached out to see if I'd be interested in taking a look at their newest model, this here, the Slide 2. And I thought the Z1 was fantastic, but the Slide 2 now taking it to the next level in terms of features, in terms of audio clarity and quality. These are awesome. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to talk to you about these in details and demonstrate to you why, in my opinion, these are a fantastic way to go and a great item to add to your everyday carry. But with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Padmate who did provide these for review. Now again here, the PAMU Slide 2. Now this is their second version of the Slide, as you can see in this case, literally the case sliding open to expose the earbuds. A little bit different from what we saw here on the Z1. The Z1 kind of opening to the top there in this little magnetic case, but here with the Slide, a little bit different. Now, I have to admit, at first, I wasn't a huge fan of this. If you look at the actual sort of size difference, I was more used to carrying around the Z1, which was a little bit smaller, but then the Slide 2, just a little bit bigger, and at first it kind of bothered me, but then I realized it actually fit nicely in my pocket, didn't seem to take up too much more space overall, and in fact when I was looking for them I could literally feel them and find them, and these have fit into my everyday carry with ease. So no problem, and the case actually a little bit nicer than on the Z1. And one of the things is, and it's kind of a funny thing, when you charge these units they light up, the sides light up, and the Z1 was very, very bright, and it kind of bothered me a little bit at night. This sort of little light on the side sort of breathed as it was charging up. This is a little more subtle, which I do like. And so that's the first thing, the USB Type-C rechargeable case. When you take out the earbuds, they turn on, and when you put them back in the case, they turn off. But when you put them back in the case, they do recharge. And these have lasted me time and time and time again. Now remember, as I mentioned, these are part of my everyday carry. So I use these literally continuously. These things are always in my ears. When I go to different events, I spend a huge amount of time at my kids' sporting events. So I do actually, at all points in time, love to listen to good music. I'm a music buff. I love good music. I'm a musician myself. So having good quality earbuds in my ears that I can enjoy and just keep up with new music, I love it. So these have really enriched my ability to not only be at my kids' games and different events and watching the events, but enjoying good music while I'm out there. And then beyond that, these are just a workhorse device. So these literally can be used on the phone, they can be used for conferences, they can be used for a number of different things, and we're going to demonstrate the mic quality on these in a little bit. But just briefly demonstrating the packaging. So here you can see they come in a fairly small box overall, and on the inside everything that you need, and include this cool little carrying case, which personally for me, I don't use this, but these little cases are very, very useful. Different things that you can put in here and actually add to your everyday carry system. So having a nice little bag, again, I might not necessarily use them for the earbuds themselves, but having this is definitely cool. Again, leveraging a USB Type-C charging cable. This does come with a very short cable. I have found that for me, I have tons of USB Type-C cables at this point, and I leverage a slightly longer one to charge my unit. You end up with your user's manual, and inside here you can see some different tips. So here on the inside, you can see this has small, medium, and large tips that come with it. And when you get these right out of the box, they do come with pretty much like a medium. Now there's a number of different colors. These ones here in green, and I do like the green. I think it's a neat look. It's a little bit different, but it works well for me and it works well for my channel and my personal preference. Very, very nice. Now left and right, you'll notice as they come out of the box in the carrying case is set up, and check that out on the bottom. That's your charging indicator. But as you pull these out, left and right, I do like that they're set up literally left hand and right hand. So as you pull them out, fairly easy. And you'll notice I struggle just a tiny bit. Like I don't have fingernails, and I also have, and I'm not going to say fat fingers, but the space in the case is a little bit tight. So you'll notice I struggled just a touch. It took me a little while to get used to it. And compared to the case on the Z1's actually very easy. You'll notice the buds are literally exposed right in the top of the case. That actually is a lot easier to get on, where here on the Slide 2, they're recessed. There's no way to grab them. There's no extra. And as you look, they're basically buried inside the case. So you do need to dig these out just a little bit. And as I mentioned, it took me a little while to get used to them. But as soon as you pick these out and pull them out, they turn on and they're looking to pair. Now again, for me, for my ears, I do leverage the medium-sized tip. So these came right out of the box set up for my needs and very easy to go right in my ears. Now the other interesting thing, these have an auto on, auto off feature, so that when you put them in your ears, the sensor actually picks up the fact that they're in your ears. When you pull them out, it pauses your music. That's kind of nice, especially if you want to talk to somebody, or if you're listening to your music and all of a sudden you just, for some reason, need to take these out. It actually pauses your music right on the spot. And when you put these in your ears, a subtle beep, beep, beep. Now all of a sudden, everything's connected. I know I'm moving forward. There is the ability to change your songs on the side and change the volume, and you can set the little click. So these do have buttons on the side. It's pretty much impossible to see. There is no physical button, but when you touch these, it does allow different actions on your menu selection. Left and right hand side can be selected for different needs, so depending on what you're trying to do, and you can also forward and reverse the song. Now something else worth mentioning, the PAMU Slide 2 does allow you to use the PAMU app. So I have paired these with the app. I also paired my Z1. So both the Z1 and the Slide 2 at this point I have built into my app. You can add additional devices in the app and it gives you additional controls. So right inside the app, I have the ability to actually enable or disable these as a pair. I can actually take them and separate them and have two different feeds. So a right hand and a left hand, that's done right within the app. Not sure why you need to, but you can do it if you want. Now another really great feature of the app, you can actually monitor the battery life of each earbud independently. So you can see where they're charged, you can see how much battery life you have left, and you can monitor it. And then on top of that, of course, you do end up charging right within the case. You can keep your case topped off and charged up, and every time you take out the earbuds and put them back in the case, they are recharging. So definitely a nice setup. I like using these in combination with the app. I think it works very well. Then additionally, these have advanced noise canceling, which is awesome. I love that. These also have Passthrough, which allows people's voices to come through a little more clearly. So if you want, you can run these with Passthrough. If you're trying to listen to a little bit of music, but you still need to hear your surroundings, maybe you're running out in the city, maybe you are actually trying to sort of hold a conversation, or you do need to hear some sort of commands, that helps. But for me, where you really get the richness of the sound, turn on that noise control, really at that point filter everything out, and these really do start to perform with a real nice rich bass, good treble response, just very, very nice audio quality. And then furthermore, you also have the ability to add some different sound features. Now for me personally, I do like the setting called Pop. I think Pop brings out a little more of the richness, and you can still hear the vocals very, very clearly. Now it's going to be almost impossible for me to demonstrate the sound to you. You're pretty much going to need to take my word for it. But what we can demonstrate is the quality of the microphone. So we're going to turn it over now. We're going to do a little bit of testing so you can hear the quality of the mic. check, check. Check, check, microphone check. This is the standard computer microphone. As you can hear, this is the quality of the standard microphone. Right on my computer, it's going to be a little tinny, probably has a little bit of feedback. This is the quality of the microphone on my computer. Check, check, microphone check. This is the PAMU Z1. So going back to my prior review, this is the PAMU Z1. As you can see, it is quite hot. It's good quality sound overall, but just a little bit hot. But the PAMU Z1 definitely better overall than the standard mic in the computer itself. Check, check, microphone check. This is the PAMU Slide 2 in a microphone check. I'm hoping this is a little more balanced than on the PAMU Z1, and it's definitely going to be a better input than on the computer microphone itself. So again, this is an audio check and test of the PAMU Slide 2 microphone. And so at this point, now you have an idea of the overall sound quality coming out of the microphone on the PAMU Slide 2. Now, generally speaking, I think it's a fairly clean sound. Definitely has some more gain than the microphone that's directly on my computer. So that should be an indication of the quality of your sound as you're talking into your phone. Now, the other nice thing about these is, well, at least you can go hands-free. It might not be perfect and it might not be always the best situation, but the ability to actually get hands-free, take the phone out of your hands and free them up, this is just nice. And I also like the idea that, well, you can answer your phone calls directly from this. So very simple. As a call comes in, a quick tap, boom, you're answering the call. As it hangs up, your music starts again. So very, very nice. I have come to greatly enjoy these. I love the Slide 2 from PAMU. These are just great. And so again, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Padmate for providing these for review. As you've heard me say the entire time, these Slide 2 are a fantastic addition to my EDC. I love these. For anybody who's looking for that little bit of entertainment value, for anybody who likes music, and for anybody who may want these for activities, running, jogging, different athletic activities, and to keep you occupied maybe while you're at some sort of another event, these have been fantastic. So again, to the people at Padmate, thank you very much. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor, take a look at my OUTER LIMITLESS 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly, so if you like what you see here on OUTER LIMITLESS, do me a favor and check me out on OUTER LIMITLESS 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.